Srah Srang is a reservoir or a barai at Angkor Archaeological Park in Kingdom of Cambodia, located south of the East Barai or east of Bantikday Temple. The small barai has retained its water for more than 9 centuries and offers a beautiful, tranquil resting place. The access is from a laterite causeway opposite the east entrance of Bantikday. Srah Srang was dug in the mid-10th century by Kavendra Ramthana, a chief architect of King Reservoir II, who ruled the empire from 944 to 968. It was modified around the year 1200 by King Reservoir II, who added the laterite landing stage at its western side, probably because the East Barai had been overwhelmed by sediment and had begun malfunctioning. Some ruins in the middle of the lake seem to indicate that an islet with a pavilion made of perishable material once stood there. A 1,600 square meter cemetery was discovered at the northwest corner of the reservoir. Mortuary jars containing cremated remains and other artifacts dating from the reign of Reservoir II, ruled 1050 to 1060, were excavated by Bernard Philippe Grossier, a French archaeologist and explorer in Angkor. Srah Srang is a large man-made lake measuring 700 by 350 meters, bordered by 5 laterite stubs, capped with 2 sandstone blocks. A majestic sandstone platform, landing stage with stairs leading to the pond, may have carried the area of King Reservoir II. A wooden building were probably used by the king and his ministers. The steps that lead down to the lower terrace are flanked on either side by 2 guardian lions. The platform is of cruciform shape, flanked by the serpent balustrades. In the front, there is a tremendous Garuda riding a 3-headed serpent, and at the back, there is a mystical creature comprising a 3-headed serpent, the lower portion of a Garuda, and a stylized tail decorated with small serpent heads. The body of the serpent rises on a dais supported by a mystical lions. At the center of Srah Srang, Kandal Srah Srang, is a small temple built in the 10th century and renovated between the 12th and 13th centuries. It has recently been restored by Apsara and opened to the public in October 2021. This small prasad was built on the artificial island in the shape of Luther's butt. The base of the sanctuary built of laterite, and the tower is of sandstone. To the east of the tower is a fragment of a Naga head facing east. Interestingly, during restoration works, 2 ancient stone turtle sculptures were found. One of the turtle sculptures was opened and found to contain a white crystal dragon and a trident, both of which are now held in theព្រះនរោត្តមសីហនុ Angkor Museum for further study. Reference to Mr. Ham Sauphuan, an Angkor Kingdom guidebook writer, it is said that King Jayavarman VII reconstructed the old Barai of Srah Srang for 2 main purposes. 1. To be used as an irrigation system that his people lived in the area could take the water to supply their daily living and use for their agriculture. Number 2. He had his architect rebuild a tower in the middle of the Barai for him to do meditation. Although the man-made Barai's modern name, Srah Srang, means the royal bath, the 10th century inscription states here, water has been stored for the benefit of all creatures, except for the die breakers, the elephants. Srah Srang was cleared by a team of Henry Marshall in 1920, and the restoration project was under a team led by B.P. Grossler in between 1963 and 1965. In 2020, the new restoration project on the central Srah Srang started on the 20th of March with experts from Apsara Authority and full financial support from the private sector. The completion of the restoration project took 9 months, and it was reopened to the public in the late 2021. At the reopening ceremony, an Apsara Authority spokesman, Longkusal, told Khmer Times that the Apsara Authority will find an alternative way, such as using boats, for people to travel across the Srah Srang Lake to visit the temple, because building any permanent facilities like a bridge on the lake is not allowed. We also plan to allow not more than 30 people to visit the temple at once. Built as a reservoir for all creatures, but Srah Srang is also a perfect place for everyone to relax and look down over the surrounding plain. The royal bath always has clear water and is surrounded by greenery. Facing east, straight ahead, you can see the towers of Rajendra Patreswara Temple or Phrai Roop, the asset of King Rajendra Verma II. At the landing stage, opposite the entrance to Banti Kadai, is a popular site for viewing the sunrise, whilst the eastern side of the reservoir is also a nice spot to witness the sunset. Its serene beauty, combined with its historical significance, makes Srah Srang a must-visit location for everyone exploring the wonders of Angkor.